Hey guys, Raven Safe Haven here, and today I have a kind of a prediction video. I'm going to the Georgia Regionals this Sunday, so I'm going to be predicting the top 16. But wait a minute, this is not, that is 15. Okay, there. Okay, I was confused. So that means that goes here. Okay, so here's what I have for the top 16. Um, because I'm owning this regionals, and so I'm predicting in the top 16 about four Morels. Morels are just really good, really played, and they can't be hurt by macro. They can be, but now the main deck you never will decree, and I feel like this is gonna be, just the dominant deck of the format. I am playing either this or I'm playing this. Don't know what I'm gonna be playing yet, but I do feel like as this deck has a really, really good matchup against most decks of the format. So I do feel like 4 out of the 16 spots will be grabbed by this deck. Okay, so grabbing 2 spots, I feel like it could be Monarchs. Monarchs are now going to be played again because I know that you can make them either macro or frog. I saw one guy, YC Austin, playing frog Monarchs would take out a frog engine and make macro Monarchs, and it was just funny because your opponent would side macro against you if they could. So I do feel like this will get at least 2 spots, or like, okay, about 2 spots, maybe 1 spot because Monarchs do have their flaws, but I do feel like this deck is really, really good. Okay, so 2 spots, I'm going to Fire Fist. I was debating between 2 or 3 here, and I felt like the Fire Fist are kind of dying for some reason. Um, they're kind of inconsistent, in my opinion. So I really like the deck, and I might play this as well. Like I'm either play Mermails, Inzectors, or Fire Fist. So this deck has a decent matchup against a lot of things, but it doesn't have the good matchup against this deck, or really this one, honestly, because I've seen like this deck will pretty much smash over this deck. 2, I'm going with 2 over the third Fire Fist because I do feel like this deck is a lot more played now. Like it was kind of played, but now it can be competitive. Now the Divine Judgment's coming out, and it has a really good boss monster, really easy to summon, and it's just good. It's just a good deck. For 2, I have 2 6Ms. I feel like 6Ms are really good. First turn, Beast, Sparky on Sheehan. What you gonna do about it? And they can make Landoys as well. Like this deck is retarded, no lie. So I do feel like as if this deck is going to be really, really, really good, and I just feel like this deck will now with Sheen Smoke Signal at 3 and that's just 4 Rotas. I do feel like this deck will make 2 out of 16 spots. I don't know how their matchup is to this because I haven't seen this in action. I might try this out, but I do feel like that's good. I'm going. This is pretty much my rogue, not rogue, but just like my out on a limb predictions. I'm gonna go with one Inzector's topping because Inzectors are still a very viable deck. I know they kind of have a 50-50 matchup with this. When I play Inzectors, I can sometimes get over the Mermails. When I play Mermails, I can get over the Inzectors. It's really 50-50 matchup. They have a great matchup against this because this is kind of a slower deck at the moment, but it's just a good boss monster. And it's like, oh, cool, you have that, pop it. Now what? Because Wisdom only protects from spells and traps, and this counts as a monster fight with Hornet. Another, I feel like maybe being able to do it is Macro Rabbit. I do feel like now with the main deck and Everroyal Decree, this deck's not as scary. But I do feel like they still have a decent matchup against a lot of decks with the main decking of Macro. So I do feel like Macro Rabbit could possibly get that top. Another one, I'm going with Heroes, because Heroes got YCS Austin ×2. One with Electrum K, which is still kind of a hero deck. But I feel like Heroes bring a lot of really good stuff. Now with, Super Poly is just so good. Works with every single element up here. Cool, you have Megalo, I have Zero. It's just ridiculous. This deck has a lot of viability. It's just the problem is with the extra deck. All it is big beaters. I mean, sure, making it an Ab Zero and mass changing it into Acid is absolutely probably one of the best plays Heroes has ever had. But I do feel like it can just make do with Super Poly and Hero Lives and big beaters, so I do feel like it'll be fine. And then I have another one of my favorite decks right here, which is Heretics. This thing can OTK way too easily. Does have some inconsistency issues, so I won't be surprised if this doesn't top. I also won't be surprised if this doesn't top. This is more of just like maybe a prediction. Now, especially with Droll and Lockbird and Thunder Kings, this deck gets hurt by this a lot. That's why I almost put the third bear over it. But yeah, guys. So I guess this is gonna be my top 16, and eventually we'll figure it out since I'm going and see what topped, and then I'll write it down. I wouldn't be surprised if like almost the whole thing gets swept by Mermails because all I know it's really popular. The deck's really good. We're testing out on D and not on DM but Dev Pro. So I'm gonna be playing either Mermails, Inzectors, or Fire Fist. So I don't know. Just let me guys know what you think about these predictions. If you like them, if you don't, if you have an argument with one of them, let me know. Alright guys, peace.